turn on your notification bell. You will still get those information you are looking for.
If I become president of Nigeria, nobody will steal again. That's according to the candidate of the All Progressive Congress. Talking about the presidential candidate, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He landed in Imo State. Yes. When he was studying this, he was in Owerri at the behest or instance of the governor of Imo State. They converged at the landmark event center in Owerri. Yes, the Southeast, they said they are leaders of the Southeast. Maybe the APC leaders, who knows. They converged, they said they were having stakeholders meeting or business meeting, I don't know. And so they converged at the landmark event center, and Tinubu came all the way from wherever to land in Owerri, the capital of Imo State, and start talking, all these things about how he stop stealing in Nigeria if he becomes the president. When you see people talking in this manner, you begin to ask yourself, this incoherence, is it how they will lead Nigeria with? Someone who has not become a president is speaking incoherently. You cannot actually, deduce any meaningful thing from what you have said. Okay? So when you talk about what he said, let me quote part of what Tinubu said. I quote, "There are so many ways to fight and stop corruption. Yes, corruption will stop when Felix does not need to look for 4 million at a time to buy a little car. When that car is assembled here and here credit finance is associated with it. The credit financing will move the production, increasing the production demand. The availability of credit will equally multiply the need for purchase. I call on you as individuals, as leaders, to join hands with me to achieve prosperity and renew hope. I call on you to choose to be part of our nation's golden future and not the past excuses. I call on you to align with the best in humanity, that we are brilliant, we are courageous, and we are confident. When we put our hands into something, we do it. We can do it. We can change our country. Stop complaining. We can start to stop the flood, ravages of poverty, ineptitude of governance, and the silence of our member society. Don't ask me for 8 billion naira, 11 billion naira at a go to buy a house. Bring credit for consumers and reduce the propensity, the disability for fraud. I call you to align yourself with the best, only hope for progressive governance in this region and all regions of Nigeria. This nation awaits us at the threshold. Let's put together, I said, to secure for our beloved nation its finest destiny. Let's take that courageous step. Let's work for a better and greater Nigeria. We can do it. It's a change of mindset. It's a question of determination. We have all the resources. We are going to be perished by exploration and exploitation, but with determination and intellectual curiosity of our people, believing in our tomorrow." End of quote. This is what Tinubu said at Owerri, that he will stop stealing. He will stop those who are stealing. And you're asking yourself, people who are stealing the country's crude oil are the ones moving along with him. They are his friends, they are his allies, they are his cronies and associates. And we'll begin to wonder, how is he going to chase them away? That's what Buhari said. I will fight corruption. I will do this. I will do that. Corruption was actually, what Tinubu presented to Nigerians as his, his number one priority. Number one priority, that he will fight corruption, and on that stance, on that strength, Nigerians voted for Tinubu, for Buhari, that he will fight corruption because, of course, at that moment, Jonathan have made a statement that was so outrageous and infamous. Yes, very controversial. At a media chat, yes, the former president of Nigeria, Goodluck Jonathan, by that time he was still the president. And that should be around 2013. He said that stealing is not corruption. And so that statement angered many Nigerians. And Nigerians begin to wonder, was that why stealing and was that why corruption is everywhere? Oozing out from Jonathan's regime. And people thought that, corruption was high, and that's why Nigeria is underdeveloped. Of course, there is a very strong nexus between corruption and underdevelopment. Very strong link is there. It has been established by economics and everybody, even people who are not economics. Talking about the ordinary people. Yes, the layman understands that there is a strong link between corruption and underdevelopment and poverty. Yes, and so Jonathan made a statement. Look, say Stealing is not corruption. People say, oh wow, was that why we're underdeveloped? Because the people in your cabinet have been stealing the money. And he said it's not corruption. Maybe that one is different. And so Buhari said, on strength of that, I'm going to fight corruption. Jonathan said, corruption, he was quoting Jonathan then. He said, still it's not corruption. Imagine a president saying that, I will fight corruption. And Nigerians said, okay, let us vote Buhari. Let us vote Buhari. Yes, they let us vote Buhari. Particularly in the northern Nigeria. They said, say Buhari, say Buhari, say Buhari. And alas, he became the president. All the corrupt elements, they are in his cabinet. They are stealing. They have stolen Nigeria. The corruption, the amount of corruption Nigerians have witnessed since 2015 up until this moment, they have not seen it in their history. It is the highest. If you go the area of 4-year theft, you will marvel. You will be fogged completely. What are we talking about? Snake has been stealing. All kinds of animals has been looting money in Nigeria. This is the first time in the history of this country that animals are into corruption, into stealing money, chewing it, swallowing it, and all that. So you see that this government is full of corruption, and that is what this man is also promising again. The APC candidate, the ruling party, said they will stop stealing. Who will stop stealing? The people who have been in Lagos State for over 2 decades, stealing or Lagos State resources. Taxing people, taking money meant for government as their own personal one. As they are talking, they are using state money to fund their campaigns. The people that said they will stop stealing, people from stealing, they are using state money to sponsor their campaigns. Lagos state money is being used. Go and check to sponsor campaigns of this Bola Tinubu. And he said, I will stop stealing. So Nigerians, don't deceive yourself because you have seen the truth, you have seen the reality. If you chose to do the otherwise or thought that, that's your self-delusion. That is self-delusion. You want to deceive yourself because you have seen everything is clear. There's no ambiguity in these things we have been saying and the things happening in this country. Everything is clear to everyone. The poverty is endemic, the wickedness of those who are ruling. The APC have shown themselves to be the enemies of the people. They are the enemy of Nigeria. There's no two ways about that. Yes, people talk about, PDP. We're not saying this party is good. We're not saying the APC is better or the worst and the PDP is better or Labour Party will bring them. No, we are saying, look, when they come to tell you what they will do, you don't even need to scrutinize them because the antecedents are speaking. You will check their background, you check the antecedents where they're coming from. And when they said, Socrates said, he who must move the world must first of all move himself. Say you move the world. Have you moved yourself? Now you say you stop people who are stealing, and you are still doing it. You are still stealing the people's resources, and you say you stop people from stealing. The man is making a very incoherent statement, and if you see his analogy of how to stop these things, you begin to understand that this man is incoherent indeed. The analogy did not, it's not anything to go by. How people when they import commodities. And after they must have import commodities, they will not be charged for import duty. Or when you assemble cars in Nigeria, because you assemble the cars in Nigeria, the cars will be cheaper or whatever. And so people will not be stealing because of that. People will not be corrupt because you assemble cars in Nigeria and they don't buy it. They don't need 4 million to go and buy a car. So if you don't need 4 million to go and buy a car, corruption will stop. So we're going to understand that this man is full of, is incoherent, and he wants to lead the country. It's quite unfortunate. Nigeria, shine your eyes. Shine your eyes. When you see these people from northern Nigeria forcing him on you people, you know that you have no business in this country other than to ask for one better thing, that is referendum. When you see these northern oligarchs, even they will go and misinform their people and they'll be sheepishly following them, how they behave. So you begin to understand there's no hope here. The only hope the Southern have is for a liberated in a nation. Talking about when you have referendum, then you talk about your nation and we have freedom and liberty and prosperity will come on its own. It will just, snowball. People will walk into prosperity. Yes, people will walk into prosperity when you have nation, not a mere geographical expression that people are trapped in now, suffering, gnashing their teeth, and dying untimely in various ways, That is it.